Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today, Sunday, 7th of February 2010, we bring you this update with information from Nigerian Guardian and update you that the Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, last week visited the leaders of the African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The occasion was the stepping down of Libyan leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi as the head of the African Union. According to the Nigerian Guardian, the president of Malawi was chosen as the new head of the 53-member union. During his speech to the organization, the United Nations Secretary General called on African leaders to resist the urge to change the rules mid-game in order to continue in power. Talking about speeches and visits, the World Bank President Robert Zoellick was also at the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, albeit for a different reason. He was traveling from Sierra Leone to Cote d'Ivoire before Ethiopia in a bid to encourage African countries to continue with their prospects of economic improvements and opportunities. We cannot talk about African economies without talking about oil production, and now we take you to the newest king on the block in the crude oil arena, Ghana. The news from London Financial Times is sort of a bittersweet moment for one of the partners in the successful discoveries and appraisals in Ghanaian oil fields. The company is Kosmos Energy, a Dallas, Texas-based independent oil company. In early December 2009, Kosmos published news of another successful appraisal of another oil well in Ghana. The well contains a lot of oil. Then, on January 21st, 2010, Kosmos Energy also published yet another good news of a successful appraisal of another well. Here, we are not going to talk about reservoir fluid samples or wireline logs or hydrocarbon column depth. Those are technical stuff. The bottom line here, according to Kosmos, when they start drilling, the well is expected to produce a lot of oil as well as gas. This is a call for celebration. Well, not so fast. The Financial Times reporting that the U.S. Justice Department and Ghanaian authorities are investigating the relationship between Kosmos Energy and its Ghanaian local partners that assisted it in securing the oil blocks. Kosmos Energy is not the only company in partnership with Ghana in the oil deals. According to the Financial Times, the investigations could complicate negotiations between ExxonMobil Corporation and Kosmos Energy on the supposed $4 billion deal for ExxonMobil to acquire Kosmos Energy's interest in Ghana. As that is going on, we get the news from myjoyonline.com business news that the Ghanaian Energy Minister, Dr. Joe Oteng-Agay, has restated Ghana's willingness and ability to acquire Kosmos' interest in the oil blocks. We will continue to follow this one. We also all recall that the former Liberian leader Charles Taylor is presently standing trial at The Hague for war crimes alleged to have been committed during Liberian civil war while he was in power. Well, news is coming that he had a son while he lived in the United States in his college days. The Guardian of London continues that Charles MacArthur Emmanuel Taylor, known as Chucky, who is serving a 97-year sentence in an Illinois federal prison, was ordered to pay £14 million to 5 victims of his torture activities between 1997 and 2003, while his father, Charles Taylor, was president of Liberia. The civil trial was held in Miami, Florida. Moving on to Nigeria, all the news we are bringing you on that country is through the BBC. Here we go. All the owners of Nigerian major newspapers and media houses got together like other notable citizens have done in weeks prior, and are demanding that the Nigerian President Umaru Yar'Adua formally relinquish power to his vice, Goodluck Jonathan. The president has been away in Saudi Arabia on ill health since November 23, 2009. It is quite a job to follow and report on all the permutations out of Nigeria since that country's president's absence. But here at Africa News Update, we are up to it. Continue from BBC and Nigeria, the United States Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has an idea why Nigeria is a tough place to be, particularly now following the identity of the latest terrorist bomber wannabe, Mr. Farouk Abdul-Muttalib. The unbelievable corruption in Nigeria is the root of all evils coming out of that country, including the motivation of Mr. Abdul-Muttalib. Well, we are paraphrasing. But according to BBC, her true words were, are you ready? Quote, there has to be a recognition that in the last 10 years, a lot of the indicators about quality of life in Nigeria have gone the wrong direction. Folks, we did not make that up. Of course, Nigerians out of everywhere are reacting vehemently to her conclusions, some for, some against. Continue on Nigeria. Yes, you might know that Nigeria received a bronze in Angola during the Africa Cup of Nations. But did you know that the national coach, Shaibu Amodu, has been let go ahead of World Cup preparations, according to FIFA News Service? A replacement has not been selected. Moving on and relying on New York Times, we bring you this update regarding elections that is scheduled for April 2010 in Sudan. The former Prime Minister, Sadiq al-Mahdi, that was deposed or overthrown by the current President Omar Hassan al-Bashir in 1989, has indicated that he will be contesting for the presidency as well. It is a bit complex. During the same period of the election, Southern Sudan will equally be voting on a referendum to split from the rest of the country. We will continue to bring you further updates as we receive them. Let us quickly move over to Cameroon, where the Cameroon Tribune has published that the country's health department, in partnership with some NGOs, has received additional funding from the Global Fund to continue their work of tackling malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS. According to the Tribune, Cameroon is working really hard to meet the 2015 Millennium Development Goals of containing all three pandemic diseases. We say, onward, Cameroon! As always, there are many more we cannot cover in our short time together, but till we meet again, we say thank you for your time. See y'all later.